fast by repairing, replacing, or reimbursing you for your damaged item up to the purchase price. Adding HSN Protection Plus powered by Allstate Protection Plans to your purchases is easy. You can do it online at checkout or ask your customer care rep while making a purchase over the phone.
Show. Oh my gosh, I opened the door to myself. I'm Callie. Welcome in. Come on in, sit back and relax. Let's have some fun shopping. We got some great things. This is I'm joining you today from our new studios up in Westchester, Pennsylvania. But as you can see, we've got our fabulous and iconic pink couch. So I'm going to sit back, relax, and get comfortable with you as we talk about, first of all, upcoming in the show is that today's special. I was just telling you about it. The EcoFlow Today Special has been quite a success story. Needless to say, we're in the midst of storm season, and I would love for you all during this ultimate summer sale to be ready, be prepared, and have peace of mind with the EcoFlow. If you'd like to order it, once again, it's either the separate power station or you can do it with the bundle for only $100 more. And the bundle includes the $450 solar panel and a $160 wagon for the first time. So definitely it's the better value, but either way you go, just having that backup plan makes a big difference. The item is 89765, free shipping, and I'll get into all of those details with Justin in just a little while. But we're gonna start the show with the first time all year. In fact, we have not had a chance to offer you a new TV since before Christmas. I'm not kidding, it's been literally 6 months, 7 months. But we've got a winner for you today. This is the Samsung Q8F. This model just launched last month. It's Samsung's #1 brand nationwide, and you're getting it at a hot deal price. So let me share with you, I'm so excited about this. There are features that you've never heard of before because this is the newest, the latest, and the greatest. You can obviously see from just a visual perspective, it's a beautiful colored screen. It's a gorgeous design, which we'll get into in a bit, but what a nice time to upgrade while we have them. And I hate to say this, but we've already lost one size. We have a lot of sizes in terms of what we can offer you, starting with the size 43-inch. We have sold out of the 55-inch, but we start with the 43. We still have the 50-inch, sold out of the 55. We have the 65, the 75, and the 85-inch screens available for you. And there is a variety of prices, as you can see the range there, based on what size you get. I'm sitting next to the 43-inch, I believe. And so this is the smallest size we offer. And then we go all the way up to that 85-inch screen. So if you have dreamt of having the big screen experience at home, this is the day for you to treat yourself, and maybe it's the day to treat Dad. Football season is around the corner. There's a lot of baseball going on up here in Philadelphia. I've been watching the Phillies, and it's been a lot of fun. But just to gather the family around and enjoy a great movie watching experience, you can't put a price tag on that. So as I join you up here in Westchester, I'm going to send things to my friend Bill Duggan, who is in our original HSN studios. Bill, it's so good to see you. As always, we love talking about great picture quality, great TV, and great lighting, don't we?
With that brand, Callie, Samsung is the #1 television manufacturer out there, not just at HSN, but nationwide.
Right.
They've been the #1 brand for actually 19 years, so you can't go wrong with this investment. And go big, because one, we make it affordable. Two, it adds to your house, doesn't take away in terms of what you're getting. So this is that 85-inch screen size. And realize, it is a nice large screen. It is 85 inches on the diagonal. Side to side, it is just over 75 inches. So if you have that wall space, it might be the time to upgrade. One thing you have to also realize, it's the picture quality, it's the audio, it's the computer processor on the inside, but it's also the design of the television. One quick call out if you're on the fence. These feet, you see how they're so far apart? They're about 50 inches apart. They've designed this 85-inch, the 75-inch, the 65-inch, where the feet can be moved in to about 14 inches wide. So if you have an 18-inch wide bookshelf, you can still put your 85-inch television on top of it. It's the little things that have made Samsung #1. The biggest takeaway, #1 brand. The quality of this QLED screen, You're gonna be blown away every time you get it home. Trust me, the moment you plug it in and upgrade to the TV, you'll love it. And then the next day you'll love it. And then the next football season you'll love it. And I get it is an investment in technology, but it's not something you use once. It's not something you just use at the holidays or at tax season. You sit in front of this TV for hours with the entire family or just yourself and you enjoy it. I mean, I live alone. I went with the 85-inch television. It is just great. So let's go into the picture quality. What Samsung has done with this brand new television, and when I mean brand new, it didn't come out January 1st. It came out in May, and we're May 10th, or June 10th or 11th. Actually, 15th. But the fun thing is, you're investing in their latest technology.
Yep.
One of the biggest takeaways is that Samsung Vision AI. What does that mean?
Yes.
We hear about AI, a lot of us might not be into it, but this television is smart enough, Callie, to self-calibrate. Because I moved it from a different room or from the department store to my living room.
Okay.
It will self-adjust to give you better quality and better audio because it's smart.
I tell you what, and that's a new feature. I mean, every single year, we all know how quickly technology marches forward. We hear about AI all the time, and this now incorporates that Samsung Vision with AI and endless amounts of free content, if I'm not mistaken, Bill. We all love free as much as anything. So let's talk a little bit about that as well.
Sure, so that's one of the other big takeaways. It's the latest, it's the #1 brand. But Samsung, you know, they're giving us a great picture quality and a great experience. They're even giving you content. And when I mean content, yes, this is a smart TV. It's probably smarter than the one you've been sitting in front of for years. It's probably a better processor and giving you more options. So you see, I got the Netflix and I got the YouTube and I got all that stuff. This has Apple TV built into it. And what's crazy about that? Think of it this way. Apple sells their Apple TV puck on its own. It's a few $100s. It's embedded in your television. Because Apple's like, we're gonna go to the #1 brand. We're not gonna mess around. We want quality, so you get Apple TV built into your television as well. And so you have all these big streaming platforms that you have to subscribe for. What did Samsung do? They made their own Samsung TV Plus app. And what does that app give you? Callie, when they first launched it, it was about 150 free channels. That's awesome, right? They are now up to 400 plus free channels, including HSN, including QVC. And the fun part about it is everyone finds something else that they appreciate. Ty Newberry, he loves the nature channels, the Zen, the outdoor feeling. I like my QVC and HSN. I like the Zen Life channel. But there is sports, there is news, and it's for free. This is where Samsung gave us a solution to a problem. And what was that? Great picture? Check. What to watch? Check. They gave us that in terms of being built in. Because sure, we can stream and do that on the monthly plan or take advantage of what is out there for free with 400 free channels. I'm gonna go back to our Smart Hub experience because again, there's something you can customize because there's even the Samsung App Store. So what did I add? Of course, I added QVC HSN Plus. I could then add Pluto TV for free, all these other great ones. The TV's going to grow with you. It's about investing in a television of quality and caliber when it's affordable. Because Callie, being brand new, another cool thing we're excited about, we are even beating Samsung's price on the limited quantity that we have. And I know we lost out on one size already, but I want you to think about it. If you can go big, do it. It is Father's Day, right? A lot of people in that family, they want that big screen experience. But there's that one person who's like, I don't really want that in the bedroom. I don't want that in the family room. Because it's, how do you hide an 85-inch television? Samsung gave us a solution. The prior models that we shared had ambient mode, where I could take a picture and I could fling it to the television. This television, being the Q8F, and there's a reason why we call out the number, or the model number, do a price compare elsewhere. We have the best price out there. With the new latest model, you have an art store built in. I can pick pictures that were at Art Basel this year. I can go to different museums, different artists, different times of the year, they're gonna offer different things. I can pick, you know, Dali, I can pick Van Gogh if I'd like. I can actually even download different stuff. And look how it went further. You want Disney images? You want you want Star Wars images? You can even download those. And what does that mean? Actually, it's Father's Day. Let's do Dad's favorite movie, right? I'm not gonna have the 85-inch square in the living room or bedroom. I'm gonna come over here and pick, Stormtroopers. Imagine this is at your house. The grandkids are coming over, it's Dad's favorite movie, and what is sitting in the living room? Not a big square, but boom, the stormtroopers are there, and it's a piece of art.
You
This is when the
guys.
TV's turned off, Callie. Isn't that remarkable?
It's not just a big black abyss sitting in your room. That is such a awesome feature. You can have any kind of art that you would like. Art is expensive. You saw all those options to be able to make this your beautiful, beautiful center stage of an art piece. I do want to update you, though. You mentioned the 85-inch is what is a great way to go if you're going to do it. It is the #1 most popular. And at this point, we only have 40 remaining, maybe 45. So if you want that 85-inch, do not let it sell out on you. I mean, look at the pricing today. It's such an incredible opportunity. On the 85-inch, you're saving hundreds of dollars, and you can do flex pay of either 5 payments, or you can do 18 months of financing. So what an opportunity to get the dream size of a dream TV, #1 best-selling brand nationwide. And that just sold me right there. To be able to make this into a beautiful piece of art, I say the bigger, the better. And I hope you guys, if you didn't hear at the beginning of the show, we already lost the 55-inch. Before the end of this hour, I have a full, strong feeling that that 85 is going to be gone. If you miss out on the 85, go for the 75. We've got the variety of sizes, but very limited, so it's while supplies last. And I don't know why, Bill, it's taken us so long to be able to get TVs back in our inventory, but it's been like 7 months. So I've been like chomping at the bit to get a new TV. And this to me is the dream TV. And I think what Bill is about to show you is how the fact that when this is delivered to your door and you're not paying for any shipping, it's on us. Look at the size of that box. Which size do you have there?
Well, that's just it. This is the 85-inch television. And
Amazing.
Callie, this happened to my family. We went to the big box store to get Mom a new TV. We picked the one we wanted off the wall, and then they brought the box out. And I'm like, excuse me, that's not gonna fit in the car. And literally it was like, Mom, you stay at the store, we'll take the TV home, we'll come back. This will arrive, by the way, the 75 and 85, they come by appointment. So you know when this will arrive at your door. And that's just another headache that HSN is taking care of. Get this home, set it up, and enjoy it. And everyone enjoys it for a different reason. I love that this is the 85-inch television. We've turned it off. Because we're sitting down having coffee, we're opening presents at the holidays, or we have company coming over. I was able to upload family photos, make it personal for Dad. This was guys, Dad's Day, pictures over the year. And this is when the TV's turned off. It looks phenomenal. I'm gonna back up to one more quick thing in art mode. Because remember I was mentioning AI technology? So that AI engine is gonna upconvert old content. It's gonna self-calibrate your quality in terms of picture and color and audio. But even with art mode, you can generate your own image. You want something fun? Let's do party mood. Because it's, Father's Day, boom. And then it asks you, do you want balloons, fireworks, flowers?
Awesome.
Let's do fireworks, boom. It will create a piece of art that is unique to you. You're not gonna find it at any other home store or whatever. I like this one, boom.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, my television's turned off. I'm gonna have my own piece of art. I can have a 43-inch piece in the breakfast or the living room or the kitchen or wherever I wanna put the 43-inch, or I can have this very nice, unique piece in the main living space. And that's where this television it's a great upgrade to your home because yes, even when it's turned off, you have great options. And Callie, it even goes further because it's that 2025 model. Your daily interactions, what does that mean? I can control my light switches. I can actually have my telehealth appointments on here, do my fitness tracking with Daily Plus. And then Callie, if you have gamers in the household, you can even use it for karaoke. Love it, didn't know it could do that, that's awesome. There's even a gaming hub built into the TV. What does that mean for you at home? Please notice there's no gaming console out here. I don't like that clutter, and by the way, I'm not a gamer. My nephew is. He comes over to my house, he jumps on his Xbox account, he could be playing his, soccer games, he could be playing Forza if he'd likes. The same game he was playing on his console at home, he can jump onto my television and play right where he left off. Because what you can do, you take your gaming controller, you compare it to the television, or because it's the new model, I can actually take my phone, pair it to the TV, and play these same games. So this is convenience in terms of the clutter. The other cool takeaway, for it to play a video game, you have to have a processor that can keep up with the action. This doesn't just have a refresh rate of 120 hertz. It's been kicked up to 144 hertz. So those action movies are gonna be great, the downloading's gonna be faster, the gaming's gonna be better. No matter how you shake it, you cannot go wrong with a Samsung television.
You can't.
And it's been fun sharing this because we just launched it. Everyone has a different feature they love, whether it's turned on or off.
And you know what one of mine is? Don't laugh. It's the remote. It's so easy. I'm going to show you. I mean, there's literally, It's not complicated. There's not 18 different steps to get to where you want to go. There's your home base. And then look, one touch to be able to get to YouTube, to get to Netflix, to get to the Samsung, what is that one? The Samsung TV Plus, and then Prime Video. One touch, and you're there. I mean, I'm just going to go right here. I mean, one touch, and now I'm going to Netflix. One touch, I could go to YouTube. Boom. One touch, and then that home brings you back to all the amazing options. Do I sound excited or what? I'm going to be shopping like a crazy woman today because I'm getting our Today Special and I'm getting a TV. I'm going to update you right now, though. We've lost the 55-inch. The 85 is the most popular right now. We've less than 40 to go around. The 65 is going to be the next to sell after that. So we have, oh my gosh, we're literally into dozens in the larger sizes. So let me remind you, we have 43 inches, 50, nope, we don't have the 55 because that's sold out. We have the 43, the 50, the 65, the 75, and the 85. Still in stock, but not a lot to go around. Use financing. It's free. We don't charge interest on the payments. We hold the balance. We're your bank. We get everything delivered right to your door. So if you are in the market, if it's the bedroom, if it's the living room, maybe it is the time that you'd be like, I've always wanted a big TV. These prices, I mean, look at the difference. You're saving us several $100s. And I'll say it again, we all know Samsung is the #1 brand nationwide. But this model, Bill, if I'm not mistaken, this being the Q8F, that's the real differentiator here between Samsung and any other Samsung, isn't it?
That's just it. It is their latest model. We're excited. We normally offer in the Q6 series, so the fact that we've gone up to Q8 gives us more power, gives us more options. I love how excited you got about the remote. It is truly the little things, Callie. One other quick mention, it has the microphone where I can speak to it to do the searching and hunting. And have you ever had an issue late at night where it's like, it's not working, where are the batteries? It is solar powered. There's a solar panel right here on the back. So it could be the bedside lamp that's keeping it nice and charged up.
Love that.
You can even plug it in if you need to. There's just like your cell phone to recharge it, which is nice, easy, and convenient. But then it just goes a step further. So, you know, we're gonna jump into Samsung TV Plus. I'm gonna hit that button and boom. All of a sudden, it's gonna take me to my 400 free channels. Now there's even a button on here, click to search. What is that? Have you ever been watching a show, Callie, and you're like, who is this actor? What is their name? Or like, how old is that woman? I want to know when they were born. So we're watching over here. I'm going to hit my click to search button. It's going to take up a whole side menu and panel and give me all these great options. Here's what's coming up next. Oh, we got David Venerable in the kitchen. It knows that we're watching Home Shopping. Who's next? It'll give us the latest in terms of actors and all that. These different options are there if and when you want them. And this is why investing in Samsung, it grows with you. It is a smart TV, but it's not smarter than you. It gives you the connection that you need, when you want it, and that's where you enjoy the experience. Because think of it this way. Callie, I got my mom the EcoFlow, and she loves it. She's glad she has it. She doesn't use it every day, but she knows she'll have it when she needs it.
Yep.
You know what she uses every day?
This.
For hours a day?
Yeah.
The TV.
You
know, we got it for her, but you know also uses it? The whole family.
Right.
And that's where the design element comes into play too, Callie. Because when she turns off the TV, it can look good. I'm gonna bring in this 50-inch television real quick, because I want everyone to realize something. Boom. Okay. See my 50-inch TV? The design matters as well. It is a thin bezel, which is great. All the stuff I'm talking about, the art, the gaming hub, the 400 free channels, it is a one-cord experience. I'm just plugged into power. I get my television on Wi-Fi. I have all of that at my disposal. Like, I love that you're sitting right there in front of the 43-inch. You don't have a bunch of cords and clutter and extra boxes, yet you still have all of those great features. And just please notice this. This 50-inch television, it is 1 inch at its deepest, which is great. Which camera I'm going to? There we go. 1 inch at its deepest. The 85-inch TV is still 1 inch. It's totally disappearing. Let's come over this way. Boom. It's 1 inch. I'm trying to help you out here, guys. But this is where it's just great to upgrade that console, because it is all screen. Upgrade the audio. Of course, guess what happened? I unplugged it, because remember, it just needs power, and it gets all that technology.
I was just impressed, Bill, that you were holding that TV.
And you can have it in every room.
It's such a lightweight TV. Not only is it 1 inch in thickness, that's amazing. By the way, I love the feet. You could take the feet off if you wanted to mount this on the wall. That's completely fine and an option as well on any of the sizes. And it's so exciting to see what's happening with this TV today. The 43-inch just took the lead. So if you're looking for that perfect size for maybe an office, maybe a bedroom, maybe a guest room, what a time to do an upgrade on the Samsung Q8F. Google it, search it, and you're going to find very high-end features that you probably haven't even heard of before. And I'm just gonna throw it out there with that Samsung Vision with AI. That's another upgrade that you're getting, and I'm telling you, that's just the beginning. The remote is amazing. All the features are incredible. So easy to be able to work and operate, and all the free. I am a big fan of free, especially TV, because I go from Netflix to Prime to Hulu to Peacock to Apple. It's all integrated into this TV without you having to download anything or do all the rigmarole that we used to have to do years ago. I'm excited for everybody to get this, Bill. I don't know how many airings we have today, probably very few based on how limited the numbers are that we finally have back in stock after 7 months.
This is our one and only day show on Father's Day, so you're picking it up at the right time. And trust me, if you tell Dad, hey, your gift hasn't arrived yet, but it's big. It's gonna be the Samsung experience. And it's not something he just even takes out on the golf course, which you might like, or go fishing, which you might like. He will use it all the time. And a little hint, Dad, this is for you, but it's for everybody, because everyone's gonna enjoy getting in front of the television, and your price per use, you can't beat it. #1 brand, their latest model, upgrade the picture quality, and remember that picture quality with that AI, Samsung Vision AI, it does the work for you. It will self-calibrate to give you the best visuals, best color saturation, best audio. And then when you are doing all your streaming and watching, it's gonna be faster and easier and more upgraded. And that's when the TV's turned on, because even when you turn it on, you have free content with that Samsung TV Plus. But when you turn it off, it's even gonna look remarkable because it gives you that art mode, which is another upgrade. We're gonna ship it to you for free. We want you to enjoy that experience no matter what you watch, who you watch it with, and for years to come. And Callie, I'm at home right now, I'm prioritizing. I'm taking this, I'm moving with that. You know what's coming with me? My Samsung. You will take your TV with you wherever you go.
I know what you're saying,
enjoy
Bill.
it for years.
Well, needless to say, everybody's very excited about this. We have now dropped to, I think, less than 40 in the 65-inch, 40 total available. We cannot make another call to say, can we get more? 55 is already sold out, but we do have the 65, the 75, the 85, and we even have the smaller sizes, the 43 and the 50-inch. So it's absolutely an option for all of you. 92672 is the item number. I'm so excited about this TV, Bill. It's been too long, and this one is really blowing my mind. So thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Enjoy your Sunday.
Thank you.
I'm going to be watching TV.
You
I'm going to
too.
be watching you on TV.
Please keep watching. It's a fun time to watch. And I do want to remind everybody about this. It's called HSN Protection Plus, powered by Allstate. If you want to add more to the warranty that already comes along with the TV, you can look into that. There's all, 2, 3, 4, 5 different year options. There's no deductibles here, and it does give you protection against those accidental drops and spills, even screen damage, so you might want to look into that. But before we take a break, I want to remind you that our today's special is coming up next. Talk about a great day to get some of the things that you'll love the most and give you peace of mind protection. So we're going to take a little time out. I don't want you to go anywhere. Pour a cup of coffee, maybe make a mimosa, and sit back and relax. We're going to continue shopping right after this.
Celebrate without limits this June at HSN. Express your unique beauty, wear all kinds of beautiful shines. Explore what's next and best with over 20 beauty brands starting at 20% off. Plus exclusive brand launches, bonus buys, and beautiful deals. Shop and connect with us and turn up your glow factor. Join us for all kinds of beautiful Sundays in June from 8 to 10 on HSN. And shop all month long at hsn.com.
Get deals on tap with the HSN app. Opt into push notifications to get shipping updates, app-only deals, and special offers sent straight to your phone. Get alerts when your favorite items have dropped in price or come back in stock. Take your shows on the go. Stream HSN wherever you are, 24 hours a day. Download now and take $10 off your first app purchase. Happy shopping.
Keep your wallet chill with the hottest savings during our ultimate summer sale. Don't miss new markdowns, fashion and jewelry up to 60% off, up to 40% off beauty, and crafts up to 50% off. And the savings don't stop there. Check out clearance up to 60% off. And this sale only offers you simply can't refuse. Now through Sunday on HSN. And shop on hsn.com for the extra savings you won't see on air.
Here we go, folks. So glad you're with me on this Sunday afternoon. Welcome and happy Father's Day to those of you who are celebrating. I hope you're all enjoying each other's company. There's nothing better than family. And I hope that all of you who take family seriously are going to sit back and listen to a little story about what we have together today to make you feel better in the event of things not being so happy and cozy, and in the event of being scared because you're in the middle of a hurricane path or a tornado path. This is a serious subject and topic, but we're here to help make it a little bit more positive with the Delta 3 Power Station by EcoFlow. EcoFlow is the #1 most preferred brand when it comes to an alternative to a generator that requires gas and maybe some oil, and you know, it's loud and smelly and scary, and you got to pull a crank to be able to start it, and all of that is very daunting to me and very scary to me. So what we're here to talk about today is an incredible way to enjoy peace of mind of knowing you've got power and a power source for 99% of all the appliances that we use on a daily basis. I mean, everything from your blow dryers to your microwaves to the air fryers to, you know, all the TVs, to fans, to lights, to the things that probably give us more comfort than anything during a stressful time like a storm or a power outage from any kind of natural disaster. So here we are talking about a very popular commodity today, by the way. At these prices, you're saving several $100s and there's free shipping included. So I'm going to share with you, there's 2 options when it comes to having a backup plan for you and your family. One of the options is just the Delta 3 Power Station on its own, and you're looking at it. You can see there's 6 power outlets, 3 of which are the 3-prong outlets, and 3 of which are the 2-prong outlets. And then you're getting 4 USB ports. 2 are USB-A, 2 are USB-C for fast charging, for your phones, for your gaming, you know, for your portable power, you know, Bluetooth speakers and all the things. But what is amazing to me is that we do either the power station alone or the bundle. Now, the bundle is where your extra value really, really hits home here. In fact, this picture shows you best. The power station, and you're getting a solar panel in the bundle. That solar panel is a $450 solar panel. You're getting it for just $100, and it's included. We're also, for the first time, including that wagon. We've never included the wagon. It's a $160 value on the wagon alone. So when you think about this, you can get just the power station for $519. You can get the bundle for just another $100 at $619. But what you're getting with the bundle is a total of, let's see, $450, $550, $610 worth of extras that you're not paying for. So it's kind of like half price. Because if you got all of these separately, you'd be spending $1,200. It's only $619 today. So vast majority of you are getting the bundle. Now the bundle, the solar panel obviously gives you complete source of power from just the mere fact that the sun is powering it. And then of course it comes with the case, it comes with the wagon, which I don't have physically here, but my friend and guest Justin does. And I want to show you that along with everything else. And we're going to talk about the fact that this is the Mac Daddy, the Delta 3, which is, I think, the best model we've ever done. It's a sweet spot. It's the lightest weight, which is important, at 28 pounds, lightest weight and the most powerful and durable power station that we've offered, because it's the IP65 rated, so you don't have to worry about it getting splashed upon or the sand blowing across it or all the things that, you know, happen when you're dealing with a natural disaster. That's just the beginning, because it's the battery inside of the battery that you're going to really be impressed by. First and foremost, there's a 5-year warranty included with our EcoFlow. today with this Today Special, in spite of the fact that we've taken several $100s off the price. It's 1 year or 1 day and 1 day only to be able to do this. So I'm going to have my guest, Justin Hyatt, who's joining me in our original studios in St. Petersburg, join to say hello and to welcome you in to talk details. How are you doing down there, Justin?
I am doing well. Yeah, you have to keep reminding me that we're in the world of hurricanes down here. You know what's interesting, though? We always think just Florida, but it's Texas, it's Louisiana, it is Georgia, it's up the whole entire East Coast. It's now North Carolina and Tennessee. We've seen so many people be affected all the way up the middle of even the country when it comes to hurricanes. You can see just how, even though we might get the high winds, it's the amount of rain that then goes all the way up the whole entire northeast of the United States as well. And it's not just limited to only hurricanes. Although this is a hurricane season, it's emergency preparedness season. This is where we start to really think about getting ready and getting prepared for the unknowns and for the knowns. And it's the ifs and the whens of when those things are going to happen. We don't think maybe that it's going to happen to us until it does. And then we go through something for about a week at a time, and then we say, well, I don't want to ever do that again. So what do? Well, we look for alternatives. We look for options and how we can start to get prepared. But then if we live in an apartment or condo, we can't get a generator. So where do we end up? We end up in the world of power stations, and thank goodness that they exist now because they didn't 7 years ago. 7 years ago, EcoFlow just launched here at HSN, which is why we get to celebrate 7 years at HSN. This is EcoFlow month in June because it is the beginning of hurricane and emergency preparedness season. But now over 7 years, our power stations have gotten lighter weight, more powerful, and better value than they've ever been before. You know, Callie, when we originally launched our Delta, it was $1,300. This Delta 3 now, the third iteration, is now lighter weight, more powerful, will last longer, will charge faster, everything that we would want in something newer. But I love the fact that we get to create exclusives. Exclusive bundle with the 160-watt solar panel. I just got off the phone with EcoFlow right after our last presentation. People love the wagon. Everybody is loving the wagon. We've never been able to offer the wagon before. Now you'll be able to carry your EcoFlow, your solar panel. You'll be able to use this for the beach days, for weekends like this of Memorial Day, or like that we just had Labor Day and 4th of July that's going to be coming up, and all the different events that are going to be happening in our life, which also brings me to, why do you want the latest and greatest? Well, it's the battery system that's inside of it, because ultimately it does come down to the technology and the batteries. The battery technology that is inside your Delta 3 is truly at the precipice of the fastest we've ever been able to offer, the lightest weight, and Callie, you touched on it. It is the sweet spot. And what makes it the sweet spot? You know, when we had the Delta 1300 that was over $1,300, what made that one so popular was that it was the perfect size, that it would power, at the time, only 90% of your home appliances. But it wasn't 50 pounds or 100 pounds. And it also wasn't our River line. And we have so many options that we do offer with our River and our Delta. With our River, though, as you know, Callie, we love those because it's portability. It's that we get to take those with us, but they power about 80% of our home appliances. And then we kind of graduated to being able to power about 90%. Your Delta 3 will power 99% of the things in your household right now. And what are the things? It's those things that we use every day. Fans and lights and microwaves and refrigerators and air fryers and curling irons and blow dryers and everything. And I think that's really what makes this special, is that at 28 pounds, it's the lightest weight that we offer in the world of 99% of appliances that we can power up. And as you know, it is so easy to use, because ultimately, just like every one of the EcoFlows that we offer, Callie, if it was hard, I would understand. You would be more like a generator. One touch of a button to turn this on and to turn it on, excuse me, that's what makes this special, and that you get to use it indoors, which means if it's cold outside, you're warm inside. And if it's hot outside, you're cool inside.
It's the truth.
Look, it is summertime. And when you lose power, Callie, the most deadly weather event is heat. Now you can stay cool indoors as well.
Just think of the stress of like, oh my gosh, and that's what is just eliminated by just having this on a shelf, using it indoors. Obviously, a generator you can't bring inside. They have to be like 20 feet away from any building. Even if you live in an apartment, they allow it. They're so noisy. I don't even know what they cost. I know they're more expensive than our power stations. And they just, to me, are so much more limiting. They take up a ton of space in a garage or a basement. I mean, Justin's went underwater during our last hurricane. It was Helene last year that flooded. Oh, so many houses. It was horrible. And boy, to lose things like that because you can't get it up and off the floor. You can get this up and off the floor. It's 28 pounds. I can hold this. I can move this. It's surprisingly lightweight for how powerful it is. Look at that. And I love that it gives you detailed numbers as to how much more power you have left. And we've got, as you can see, several things plugged in here, a fan, a light. This would be a great way to keep your brand new Samsung TV powered up. You know, we all need those little creature comforts during stressful times. This is another great list. The router, just to have your computer up and operational to be able to get information, get traffic and weather and updates on what's going on. Anybody with medical conditions, I mean, if you need to sleep with a CPAP, if you take medication that requires being refrigerated, you've got to have that refrigerator being powered, and this will power a full-size refrigerator along with everything else on this list, and there's a whole nother list following. So Justin, that to me is the key. It's not like you can plug in one thing at a time and hope for the best. It's multiple things simultaneously. So that to me is an added ease of use and peace of mind.
Yeah, well, right. If there was only one AC outlet, you'd say, all right, well, so right now we're only going to plug in the refrigerator. But you can have the refrigerator plugged in, then use the microwave, then use a blender, then use an air fryer, then use all of these other appliances that we have at home. And I love even, you know, when we show even the generator in front of me, you're limited to even the amount of outlets, and you see the different outlets that you have there. You could be charging your phones while you're cooking food. You can have a fan right there as you're cooking food in the kitchen. Or maybe you're not only doing it in the kitchen, but maybe the kitchen is out at the football game, or maybe it's in the parking lot at the baseball game. All of these different things, you have the freedom to truly take power where you want it. That's why we say EcoFlow, power your life. And in our life, we may all be very different, which is what makes us so special and unique. But ultimately, we are all reliant on the same thing, and it is power. And as power goes, we've only had one option. It's always been what I have right here in front of me. This is the big, the bulky, the scary, the messy, the loud generator that we've had of the past. And these are still fantastic, and they're still great for people who know how to use them and for people who own homes that you can use them. But if you live in an apartment or condo right now, you cannot own a generator. So what do? Again, as I spoke about even in the beginning of the presentation, you have to have an option. You need to figure it out. I was talking about just outlets real quickly. I'll show you. This one has 2 AC outlets. You will also notice this doesn't have what? An LCD display. It doesn't have USB-C, doesn't have USB-A, and it's also not pure sine wave technology. Well, what does that all mean? That as this power fluctuates, because it's an engine, and if it starts to run out of gas and fuel or propane, it'll start to really fluctuate. What people don't tell you is with generators, since they're not pure sine wave, you're not supposed to be plugging in a Samsung TV or a phone or a router or a laptop or an iPad, because it will burn up a lot of your electronics. That's why you need to have pure sine wave, because it will only deliver the amount of power that you truly need. So what does that also mean? When you have this running, it's running at the same speed, right? Until you plug something in, but you're consistently running it. Whereas with your power station, it's only going to be delivering the amount of power to appliances that it needs at that moment in time.
That is fascinating information.
And then you can do it inside.
I'm glad you shared that. I didn't even realize that about a generator, how it can be dangerous to use certain things, the electronics that we love during our lives, during any time, especially during a situation. I know you're going to comment on something else. I don't know if I've mentioned, and I'm remiss if I don't, that we've got financing for you. If you have an HSN card, you can do 12 or 18 months to pay this off slowly. You don't have to pay the full price. You can pay so little, like 18 months to pay off the bundle. That's such a good opportunity, and there's no interest on those payments. We don't wait until that last month of the final payment to get you the product either. It's not layaway. We get you the product right away. You pay so little each month. We hold the balance. I always like to say we are your bank. We just don't charge you interest on the balance that remains. We let you pay it month to month, but you get it and it's there, and this is the time of the year you need it the most. Hurricane season just began, and it's not just Florida that gets hit with hurricanes. I'm up here in Pennsylvania. These guys were telling me, my crew was telling me, they had the tales from all the hurricanes that come through and the tornadoes that went through last week or 2 weeks ago in St. Louis and up through New York. And I'm from Minnesota, and all the things, the crazy blizzards that occur. So it's every month of every single year that people all around the nation are dealing with. The wildfires, remember those out in California and in Washington? I mean, this is like crazy times in our world, and I don't mean to scare you. We all know it. It's just a matter of we need to be ready. It's not a matter of a scare tactic. It's a reality. Everybody knows it. And I want to make sure you know how affordable it is to get a backup plan in place. Here it is. Sleep better knowing you've got a chance and a way to power up the essential things. And to me, the most essential thing in my house after a storm or when power goes out is the refrigerator. I'm Norwegian. I like to have a lot of food on hand in just the event of, I don't know why, but if I lose all the food in my fridge and freezer, hundreds and hundreds of dollars out the door in the trash, that breaks my heart. That, to me, is an essential, but it's also the essential of having food that you can prepare, whether it's cold food, whether it's hot food, all the things that just keep something a little bit more at a normal pace or a normal kind of energy that you need during a time of scariness. So I wanted to remind you, we have the bundle, which is the vast majority of you are picking up the bundle because it includes the $450 solar panel and a $160 wagon. You're just paying $50 for each of those. Based on it's only $100 more than just getting the power station alone. The power station is great, but getting the solar panel and that wagon at $619 is insane to me. Wagon is new. I love the wagon. I'm going with the bundle. I said this last hour because I'm getting this, and it is now. I've got the river. Back to that, Justin, because I know we've offered since 7 years ago. We launched with the river. I got the river. I love it because it's fun to be able to keep things powered up when I go on a camping trip. I love nature. But this is much more of a solution than any of the other models. So let's talk a little bit about the power that this delivers versus the river line or anything else leading up to it.
Well, again, the reason why you want the sweet spot is that it blends the best of both worlds. You get the power that you're looking for, but you also get the portability that you're looking for. And look, we love our rivers. We just had a river that we had at the beginning of this month that completely sold out because it's the size and it's that convenience. As power should be convenient and accessible to all of us, we love the Delta 3 because it is accessible, that it is portable, and it's the combination of that makes this that true Goldilocks. And although that gets to be very cliche and we hear that a lot, the reason why we mention it is because we have a lot of different power stations. We make sure that we do because we want to be able to have value for everybody, and we also want to make sure that we have size and priority for a lot of different devices that you might have, where when you're looking at this weighs less than 30 pounds. You have the wagon now that we've never offered before that makes us even more portable. We'll show you that wagon in a second. It's the simplicity. It's also the battery technology inside of it, and now having something that does get us to that next level. When we talk about a river line, you are limited now on power. We love the portability, but you're limited on power on what you can kind of use. So for instance, induction burners and air fryers and full-size microwaves. So walk with me really quickly. I'm just gonna hit 30 seconds on our microwave. And when I do this, what I want you to also see, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the AC on button. This button right here will turn my light on. It's gonna turn my microwave on. So again, just one other button that you'll use. Then 30 seconds. Now, if we can, I want to be able to show right here on the display. The display is going to show me exactly the wattage of how much power you're actually seeing. Do you see where it says 1,600 watts of power? Think about that right now. Now, with our river, you can do roughly about 600 watts. With our Delta 3, over 1,800 watts of power. So this is why we love having the portability, but the power that goes along with it, which means now we have more options of not only on size, but the things that we can use. So now we're cooking our food. Now we're warming up that milk. We're warming up the soup. We're using an induction burner. We're using our air fryer. Now, although we're in the studio, we don't have to be. Now we can be outside the studio. We have the lights and we have our microwave. And then we also have our coffee maker. And now being able to have warm coffee, or maybe take that blender with us and then go to the tailgate, or just having that blender or that NutriBullet at home so that we can get prepared and ready in the morning because we're still out of power, but we still got to get to work. All of those conveniences that when your power is taken from you, you still have power. I was thinking about that earlier, which is I'd love to say that you'll never be without power, that you'll never lose power. I can't promise that. But in a way I can, because if you do get EcoFlow, you will always have power at home now. You will always have that option ready for you, no matter what happens, emergencies and or not, and that's why we love our Delta 3.
I mean, there's so few things in life that we can control. Obviously, weather is one of them, and sometimes weather, I love a nice rainy day. It's raining up here in Westchester, but boy, when it gets really torrential and it's all of a sudden you're like, it's getting scary, you do always have a backup plan that gives you power. Always. It's the one thing, out of all the few things that we can control in life, it is one thing you can control. Just to have a light in the times of darkness, if it's in the middle of the night, just to have a fan moving the air. Once it gets still and stagnant, that in and of itself is so stressful. Just to be able to make a cup of coffee. If you're, at home and you just want that, or you're camping and you want a morning cup of coffee and you want to make some bacon and eggs, you can do that on, Wolfgang Puck Grill and Griddle. All the things, because I know for the fact, and I have my River, which I have used during camping experiences, but it's primarily the USB ports. There might be, I can't remember if it's 1 or 2 plugs, but this one has 6. You've got 3 that are 3-prong, 3 that are 2-prong, and then 4 of the USB charging ports. 2 of them are the fast chargers. And again, this is a powerhouse. Like you said, the River is 600 or 800. This is 1,800. That's a massive difference between one model to the other. And when we talk about the Delta 3, when we first launched the original Delta 3 a couple years ago, it was $1,300. That was the original Delta. That was like the first time EcoFlow jumped from the River to the next level of power and performance. But look at what's happened over 7 years. It's a combination of the technology that's better, but the volume that we, especially at HSN, this is the #1 place for EcoFlow to be offered, because we do massive volumes. That's where we can negotiate a better deal on your behalf. So even on a regular day, the big bundle would be $900. That's pretty great considering just the Delta 3 used to be $1,300. But today we go from $900 down to $619, and it's the Delta 3 with the solar panel and the wagon. Those 2 alone are over $600. So you're essentially getting the bundle at half price. Half price. There's the bundle. If you want it, it's the fastest seller, no doubt about it. It will be the first to go today. Get it while you can. There's free shipping for everybody on either choice, whether it's just the Delta 3 or the bundle. 89765 is the item number. It amazes me that we're doing free shipping on top of such a great savings, because this is a 28-pound. It's very light compared to a generator, but it is 28 pounds, so it's shipping for free. The solar panel will come in its own separate box. It's shipping for free. The wagon, $160 wagon, is in its separate box. It's shipping for free. So when you think about all of that tallied up, I mean, the fact that you're saving so much and you're getting such a powerhouse of a power source, there's no question about it. Today is the day. And I say that primarily to those of you who have been putting this purchase off. It's an inevitable moment that you're going to need it. And I love the feeling that I have my family protected when this thing happens called a storm, something happens called a power outage for whatever reason. It doesn't even always have to be because of a storm or a natural disaster. Sometimes things just happen. Companies lose power, neighborhoods lose power. Whether it's an hour or it's a week, you've got a backup. So thank you to all already. I think over 1,200, maybe 1,300 of you have picked this up today. It's an early show considering we're live, and it's earlier on the West Coast than it is on the East. So I don't want you to miss the opportunity. That's the most important thing to me, is that you have it. It's your backup plan. It sits on a shelf. It could be underneath the sink. It takes up little space, but it really is such an answer to so many of our questions when it comes to a stressful situation. So Justin, I know this is just, I think, our second or third show of the day. A lot of these have been spoken for, and I'm going to send things back to you because I really want you to show off that wagon. I wish I was there. I feel like you could give me a little ride around the studio.
I would wheel you around. Yeah, you know, I kind of half jokingly I've been talking about it, but I'm telling you, you guys are going to be unbelievably impressed with how nice this wagon is. I went to the store, no joke, I bought a $150 wagon, and the thing fell apart on me. When I look at this one is built so much nicer. It's not plastic. This is actual real nice aluminum. And I'll take the bag and I was going to call them jumper cables, little cables that you have here. You have a little tab right here, and you pull it up, and it just folds completely flat, just like this. Of course, the handle does collapse. When you even look at the wheels are nicer than the one that I got too. Oh, look at that, even rubber wheels. This is like full all-terrain set that you would want. It does look, I mean, aesthetically nice, but then you have also the case that will go over your wagon, and now you have a way of actually wheeling your power station around, but this could be wheeling Callie around. This could be wheeling all the different things like the beach blankets and the towels and all of the big inflatables and the pool noodles, and just throw it right here in your wagon, and then take the power station, EcoFlow, with you to your neighborhood pool or your community pool, and now have a fan with you while you're at your pool. I love that. And then Callie, I love that we have all the extras. We talk about like creating a full ecosystem. You were talking about the solar panel. Having the solar panel now gives you access to free energy. Whereas if you were out of power on your power station, how are you going to recharge it if we still don't have power at home? Now you have renewable and free energy using the power of the sun. And then I do love that we talk about ecosystem. We still have that extra battery that you can pick up as well that will double the length of the time that you can run all of the things. And one touch of a button, I want to just, if we can pan out just slightly, because I want you guys to see the fan and the light, because this is what this is all about. Because one touch of a button, you'll see how quickly I can now have my fan and my light powered up. Just one touch, right? In 2 seconds, fan turns on, light turns on. It's that simplicity, but it's also that quickness. It's the time that it takes. Whereas when you think about right now, if emergency happens, if you had a time clock and you just started it right now, how long it would take you to get to the garage to get your generator, to see how long it would take you to start to run it, how physically laboring it would be to then start to use that pull crank or find the gas or then have to get to the gas station to get gasoline, and now you're driving. You see all the different things you have to think about, whereas with your EcoFlow, if you just looked side by side, Callie, you'd say, what doesn't belong? Well, I would probably say the generator that's sitting inside the studio just doesn't feel right. Whereas this EcoFlow, our Delta 3, sits right on the coffee table, sits right on the dining table, sits on the kitchen counter that will go right by your bed, and it doesn't feel out of place. It then just changes the way that we truly live inside and outside of our home, and then have the extra battery where we can simply, literally just place it right up on top of here.
Oh.
Let's see. Ours is saying
16
hours, Callie, for our light and our fan. Now it will be 32 hours with our extra battery.
So let me get you the information if you want that extra battery, because they're finally back in stock. We don't typically have them. They sell really quickly. That's essentially, without doubling the price, you're just doubling the amount of power that you're getting out of them. The batteries have been very popular today, just giving you a heads up on that. So it is available. It's on hsn.com. It's also on sale. So that extra battery is an option. Also, if you want an extra solar panel, we've got those available too. They're normally $450, and that's the cost. You're getting one for only $50 with the bundle. But if you want them, you can pair solar panels together if you need multiples. If you're really wanting to go off grid, it's an option. You'll always have a power source, because sun, even on a gray day, will be generating the power into your solar panel that you can connect to your power station. So that's a beautiful thing. I just love that today. And I mean, the Delta 3, the Goldilocks, the sweet spot, because it's so lightweight yet so powerful. One touch to turn it on. right there. This is the only, if you want to use the AC outlets, you turn this one on. If you want to use the USB outlets, you turn that one on, and you're off to the races. You are ready to go, whether it's bringing it to the tailgating party or it's bringing it inside and having, you know, a place to be able to plug in that CPAP machine, to be able to plug in maybe a little washer and dryer, or maybe plug in, I mean, all the things that we need. Most and essentially the microwave, the air fryers, maybe the grill and the griddle that you can put a pot of hot boiling water on and maybe make, you know, some really nice homemade soup for the family. It all matters. It really does. And just having the peace of mind of knowing that you've got power. Power is the most, I don't know what it is. You just have this panic when it sets in. If the power goes out, if it's just the lights at night, you're like, you know you've got an ability now with this to be able to plug in a lamp or two or three for that matter, and plug in multiple things simultaneously. Let's talk for a few minutes, and I know our time is coming up, Justin, about the battery inside of this power station, because it's really a powerhouse compared to any other models that we've offered in the past.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's the Delta 3 and why we say the latest and the greatest, and it gets better and better. I mean, that's one of the amazing things is that the value gets better and better. The technology is getting better and better. In what world today do things get better and the price is also better than its predecessor? That's what you're seeing right now, and that's an amazing aspect of technology. So we've had a kind of upgrade to the different style of battery that we use. It's a lighter weight battery. It lasts longer. It charges faster. It has even more power than before. It's called our LFP system, and it's called LifePo. So if you were to ever kind of research, and that's why when you buy new, you want to have the latest and greatest. I mean, if you're going to be investing, I want to know that I'm getting something that's truly on the precipice of new technology, and that's what you're getting. So when we moved over to LFP, we've had different iterations there as well. This is our 4th generation of that style LFP system. So there are limits to how many times batteries can be depleted and recharged before they just don't hold that same amount of power. In our original power stations, you can only do it about 300-ish times before it only kind of went from 0 to 80%. Well, we added a 0 to that, then went to 3,000 life cycles, meaning you would have to deplete your power station and recharge it once a day. It would take you once a day, every day, for 10 years straight before your power station would then only charge from 0 to 80%. The Delta 3 is the 4th generation. We added, well, we didn't add, but we added 1,000 extra life cycles. So it's now 4,000 watts, 4,000 life cycles that you can have with your power station. So it's even longer than the 10 years, which is why, and you've talked about this throughout both presentations, we offer a 5-year warranty included with our power stations because we know that these will be with you in your life and in your family and your adventures for a very, very long time. And thank you, for 5 years that you'll be able to have a warranty. In the world of technology, Callie, as you know, it just doesn't simply work like that. You get maybe a 1-year manufacturer warranty, then of course we have options to get more. You get 5-year warranty. Yep. So you're getting the latest and greatest. And also talking about LFP, it's lighter weight, but it's also going to charge even faster. So when you need this in a pinch, and I think about this as well, you know, for everybody who's in PA, they know the weather that can change so rapidly, and even down here in Florida, where if it's winter storms or even our even summer storms and hurricanes, well, if I want to recharge this, I want it to be able to recharge quickly. I don't have 5 hours or 7 hours to wait. This will recharge from 0 to 100% in 56 minutes.
In less than an hour.
0 to 80% in 30 minutes. That's amazing.
It is amazing. And that's whether you plug it into an outlet once you get power back, or you plug it into the car, the cigarette lighter, or you use the solar panels. So you've got multiple options as to how you keep power going in this, and it's got so much juice. That's the thing. Oh, yeah. I am so loving that we're including that solar panel today. That's a $450 solar panel. You're obviously not paying for that. You're paying $50 for it in this bundle. That wagon, that for the first time we're including, it's $160. You're getting it for $50. When you think about it's only $100 more to get the bundle versus just the Delta 3. So again, get yours while you can get it. This is the time. I mean, really, truly, this is not only the time of hurricane season beginning, and there's a lot of states that have stories of hurricanes. It's not just Florida or Texas or Louisiana. I mean, it's crazy all up the East Coast, inland states. You saw what happened last year. the weather patterns are just changing like crazy. You saw what happened like with the tornadoes that went through the middle of the country. I'll think back to the wildfires again. We were in Washington when those happened, and it was one of the most terrifying things I've ever been through. Wildfires in California. I mean, the things that happen, I grew up in Minnesota and Michigan, and I mean, the blizzards that just start weighing down the power lines, and there you go. And it can take days for even the, first responders to get out there to help you. I just really feel good about you getting it today, not only because it's such a great product, but such a good value today. Justin, a huge thank you to you. You are amazing. I really appreciate you. Hope you can have that hot cup of coffee. We'll see you back here in a couple of hours. Take good care, my friend. I see you talking. I just can't hear you right now, but much love to you and all of our team down there. One last thing, I want to remind you, it does come with a 5-year warranty, but if you want an extra bit of warranty and protection, we have Protection Plus powered by Allstate. I'd love to share some information with you, and then we'll move into hour number 2.
Life happens, and when it does, HSN Protection Plus, powered by Allstate Protection Plans, is there to make you good again, quick and easy. HSN Protection Plus offers a standard plan to cover your purchases from breakdowns during normal use, as well as mechanical or electrical failures. You can also add the Accident Plan Plus to cover accidental damage for portable electronics like tablets or headphones. Plans are available for a wide variety of products, including electronics, small appliances, fitness equipment, furniture, mattresses, jewelry, and lawn and garden items. All plans cover parts and labor with no deductibles or hidden fees. Allstate's award-winning service team will get you back up and running fast by repairing, replacing, or reimbursing you for your damaged item up to the purchase price. Adding HSN Protection Plus powered by Allstate Protection Plans to your